You're naive.
Yes. No, he's not really sick. He's hired by the state. He works for the state. He was on hourly. So he's going to have to give him 7 hours for these people. That's why they're both.
I feel bad for everyone.
Yes.
And we manage to
Yeah. And so it's just like Jeff seems like. Yeah, I would like that too. So, I mean, we try to reach out to your wife, but she wasn't sure stuff.
forward down here.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Okay. And then, I mean, at least give us like, 90 days or something. Get everything done. Yeah, do something. I was so mad that day. And then we're fighting the fight. So here's the thing. Laura and I have never been a reason for her even one person on the road. We never have a house on the road. We don't have noise. Jeff's not Yes, because
And I can attest as somebody who's over here frequently as a good friend of his.
Yeah.
Most people that aren't familiar with the situation actually think that he's in charge because he's the one that tells people you can't park there, you can't do, you have to behave accordingly. We have neighbors, this is anytime. It doesn't matter whose guest it is. If he's not out here to take charge, things just.
Well, I get it.
in the whole thing, remember when you were talking with Nicole and Jeff goes, so they're not going to work on any cars, right? And Nicole looked at him and said, it's your car. You know that part of my condition at first to stay here was to work on his car? He would make me work on his car. Yeah. And so that's why I was doing that, was to pay my way in rent. And so then he turned around and told you guys, I'm making a mess, which I didn't make the mess. That first time he was him, and then I went and repaid this whole thing just to get it, to see
Yeah,
it.
no, it looked
Yeah,
nice.
and then he goes, I said, car's leaking on it, Jeff. His car's leaking all over the place on us again, Jeff's car. And so, I did all that work for nothing, and then I didn't tell us about the other price locations, and we should have had a chance to, I guarantee I could have beat those, whatever it was, because you are allowed to wash your car. I looked at all 20 pieces of the car, with nothing else, you can't work on your car on the driveway, and it can't be a mobile, and it can't be a bank. It's the only two laws that it is. That's
And
it.
I actually filmed the interaction because what he was citing for was on every driveway. I
runoff
pointed
from
out.
the
I said,
rain.
unless this driveway runs uphill, everybody's got the same runoff.
Yeah,
You just-
he watched him. He watched the city guy. He was sitting in his car waiting for me to come out. Watched the city guy come up. Does a quick look and then he had already pre-written out the ticket.
Damn.
And put it on the door.
We had no idea.
That's what he did. So
Yeah.
Jeff doesn't tell you, but Jeff is the reason they got over here because he kept taking the blower and blowing the shit out of the thing. And I
and
talked
then,
to
he
the
gets,
guy.
then he gets drunk in the daytime and he picks fights with this guy. He picks fights with the city. He just,
And it's just like,
Was he drinking?
oh yeah,
No, we didn't.
yeah, he's a big drinker.
yeah. He's,
Oh,
So-
shit, I wish we had known that.
Yeah, and so he's a big drinker. And he just went on a 15-hour rant about me to this girl Patricia.
Well, listen, forward that email
Okay.
to me. Let me see what I can do.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
he's
we
an
have-
LL Bean man. You got to trust him. See.
No, I mean, we want to resolve this. But,
Yeah, and
he
we
owes
want
us
to-
months of back rent.
Yeah, and I mean, we're willing. I have the
thousands
money
of-
to pay it. I just don't know what to do at this point. I'd like to get a relationship going, guys, but we're not the problem here. I don't have this massive amount of people here.
We had no idea.
Yeah, advice to everybody. He's trying to bury me in the focus of me. If you look at our record versus his, we're clean. We're speaking very clean about it. These are from all over the board. Domestic violence, men drinking, DUIs. I mean, it's all over the place.
Yeah, he's got a revolving door of drunken women that come in here.
Oh my
It's
God.
the same two, and he
And they
gets
steal
rid of
from
one.
everybody.
Yeah, and they do. They steal.
how much
They,
money.
my girlfriend, my soon-to-be ex-wife was in transition, and I was getting ready to bring her to the airport. She had some bags here. We went out to dinner, came back. His girlfriend had stolen all her stuff.
I am so sorry to hear this.
I mean, we
This
got
is
it
the
back.
first time I'm hearing it.
Yeah, we wouldn't let us off ever. He's going on room to stay what is it? The landlord's coming, you guys have, they don't like you, you have to stay on the way. That's what he tells
Well,
us.
what he told us was you were squatting.
No,
Oh,
he
Jesus.
rent. We rent here. Yeah, and I do all the computers for the home. He doesn't do it.
See, this is the first
Yeah.
time hearing this.
Yeah, we pay everything. I mean, I make sure everything's done here. I even just got mad at my friend right there. I was like, why did you park your fucking car like that? Stop parking like that. This is not the place to be parking.
Yeah.
It can't be parked like that. But people, for some reason, it does not just this house, but all these houses, it's just like the way they park is just they don't care. They park in front of the driveways. It's like, don't do that. I've actually had people not come back anymore. So told them they couldn't come back. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm the one.
Is he moving out?
I don't know.
He texted me last night saying he was going to move out.
He claimed to me at least that he was gone by the first of the year.
Yeah.
And he, because he'd had it and all this, and then, but
All
I mean,
right,
who
well, let me
knows?
factor this in and see what I can do.
Yeah,
okay?
and I've got proof of text messages from him, how he slanders, banters us, basically torments me and Nicole, saying that we're his punching bag. And
If
so,
you want, forward those to me.
yeah, I'll
too.
do those too. And where he's talking all this
They
shit.
give me a little evidence and credibility
Okay, I will. I'll
to
provide
make
that.
this right.
We got. Oh, you play the recordings.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're. Do we have them?
You have two where he's just going off.
Oh yeah. We can forward
forward
those.
that to you.
You got my text, right?
Yeah. So it's
You got my
Greg.
phone.
It's Greg.
Greg at gwalsh.net.
Yeah, exactly. I'll go
And
write that
then
down
my
right now.
phone. You want my phone number?
Yeah.
You can text.
Will you take his phone? Take his phone number down?
Take my
Sure.
phone number. Send all this shit to
Yeah,
me
will.
because I had no idea.
Yeah. And so when I
I
was
mean,
reading
this brings a whole different light to it.
yeah, when I read those messages between you two, I was like, why does this guy hate me so much? Why does he hate me and Nicole?
I don't
You
know.
know, like you, I just was thinking, wow, we've never talked to you before, and there's already so much hate and wanting to get us out of here. It's like, and Jeff's the one who told me to build that thing because he was going to get all that taken care of, and then it turns around he blames it on us. And I'm like, who's this guy? How many times would he do that? Like,
Yeah,
Shit.
it's a lot of
That is so.
There's a lot of double talking, but I mean, everybody sees it. You're the one that fixes everything around here, and you're the one that keeps order.
All right.
Yeah.
Let
Yeah.
me see what I can do.
Right.
Now, text me this shit. So
okay, I
got-
will.
got
I will do it
some
right now.
evidence.
I'll get it to you right now.
Okay, 7. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, it's Greg.
Get that. Let me go
Walsh,
right
and my number is 760-522-0771.
WALSH.
Right.
Okay.
And just text me the proof. So let me see what I can do to straighten this out. I had no idea.
I see it's kind of a he's trying to keep order, but it's like on certain days that end with Y, his philosophy is on certain days that end with Y, this is okay, and on other days, not so much.
Yeah, that's shitty. I'm so sorry.
But if
Look, I don't like being the bad guy. But our lease is with him. We told him not to rent the basement. And all of a sudden he's got all these people in the house that he's subleasing to, unknown to us. And he's not paying rent for months. What are we supposed to do?
it's just reeks of charlatanism.
He's taken us for a wild ride. I mean, he forced our hand. We didn't want to go this route.
And this is why people don't want to rent. This is.
Oh, I understand.
This is why, because
Yeah,
you're experiencing it now. Nobody wants to deal with this.
We thought he was a good tenant. For years he paid his rent on time. And there was no problem. And there would be no problem if he just paid his fucking rent.
It's the way. That's the way it should.
But he kind of forced our hand.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we supposed to do? Just let him sit here?
Yeah. Well,
I feel bad for them. I had no idea.
From your standpoint, we've all heard, even those of us that don't own property and rent, have heard, these horror stories of people just suddenly deciding to not pay rent and ride out the system and go through court, and the next thing you know, they haven't paid rent in 6 months before you finally get them the hell out.
Yeah.
And so you don't get rent for 2 months. What are you supposed to think?
Well, we started the process. I got an email from him last night saying he was moving out.
Well, he seems pretty serious. He's gotten his vehicles, and he had a truck here that
Loaded all his shit.
it's kind of like I mean, I've been coming around for a year and a half, and that truck has been like the junk drawer of the place, and
Well,
and
the
it's
garage
gone
by
now.
now was filled with junk.
It's pretty much empty now.
Yeah. Well, I hope these guys don't have a lot of tools or equipment here. I mean, I don't want to throw anyone out on the street. Let me see what the contractors are.
Sure.